Hello, I'm Bill Lampton. There's some good news and some bad news about this book. The good news is that you will find in here some very memorable passages, such as this one. The successful people in this world have always been those who believe in themselves. Remember that success comes from within, and that when you acquire this inner belief, it will be reflected in your physical or outer world. And he goes on to say, believing and knowing are the necessary components of success. You must decide what is the most important thing you desire in your future. Continuing a few pages later on the same theme, through studying successful people for over 45 years, I have found that all successful people had in mind where they were going. Once they knew where they were going, they made plans, changed them if necessary, got help when the expertise of others was needed, and persisted until they achieved their goals. That's a wonderful summary of what it really takes to succeed. And again, this comes from a person who has read many books about success and applied those books in his own business life. You notice he said that successful people get help when the expertise of others is needed. And so here's what he says later again about mentors. The interesting thing about mentors is that you will find them approachable and willing to share their advice with you. Most successful people have an overwhelming desire to give back to help others. And so he says to us, don't be afraid to seek help from others, especially in areas where you lack expertise and you know others who have the particular knowledge that you lack. Then near the end of the book, in the last few pages, he talks about the legacy that we should leave and gives his own personal approach on that. I will admit that at the beginning of my career, it was money, money, money that motivated me, because I never thought I had enough. As I grew older, I learned what philosophers and other wise men had told us, that happiness would not be found in more possessions, but in providing a useful service to others. And he concludes that section this way: as you travel on your personal journey to success, you will find out for yourself that happiness is found in service. Yes, there are some definite gems of wisdom in this book. However, that was the good news. The bad news is that this book could have benefited from more editing for several reasons. Number one, the book is very repetitive. It needed to be better organized. A second reason an editor would have helped the book is the editor would have advised the author that the quotes that the author cites have been read and spoken and quoted so many places that they lack impact. Anyone who's widely read, and especially people who have read a number of self-help books, are quite familiar with these quotes. And the reader asks, did the author just get these quotes from an anthology? Fresher quotes would help the book. And then again, occasionally, the reader gets the impression that the author spends considerably more time than he should have on talking about his own success and using his success instances repeatedly as an example of the Napoleon Hill principles. A few times would be fine, but not throughout the book. To sum up, yes, you'll find some interesting and even inspiring passages in the book, yet I believe, like me, you will wish that an editor had done some more doctoring of the manuscript. Thanks for being with me. I'm Bill Lamp.